Welcome to Rotherham SENDIASS brief overview of an education, health and care plan. Before we start, please ensure the volume on your device is turned up. An education, health and care plan, that is, an EHC plan, describes your child's special educational needs and the help they will get to meet those needs. An EHC plan also includes any health and care provision that is needed. It is a legal document written by the local authority and is intended to ensure that children and young people with an EHC plan receive the support they need. EHC plans are for children and young people who need more support than their school or other setting can provide. The plans can start from a child's birth and continue on into further education and training. Most children and young people with special educational needs will have help given to them without the need for an EHC plan. This is called SEN support. The purpose of SEN support is to help children achieve the outcomes or learning objectives that have been set for them. Some children and young people may not make the progress expected of them, even with this help. When this happens, the local authority carry out an EHC needs assessment. You or your child's school can ask the local authority to make an EHC needs assessment. When this assessment is finished, the local authority must decide whether to issue an EHC plan. The SEND Code of Practice says that EHC plans should be based on decisions made openly and with parents, children and young people. They should describe what the child or young person can do, be clear, concise, understandable and accessible, consider how best to achieve the outcomes for the child or young person, and they must take into account the evidence from the EHC needs assessment. They must be specific, clear outcomes and consider alternative ways of providing support if a parent or young person wishes it. This could include having a personal budget. They should show how education, health and care provision will be coordinated and be forward-looking, for example, anticipating, planning and commissioning for important transitions in a child or young person's life. They should describe how informal support as well as formal support from statutory agencies can help in achieving agreed outcomes, and have a review date. There's a full list of principles and requirements in the SEND Code of Practice. You'll find this in section 9.61. Every EHC plan must include at least 12 sections, but each local authority can decide how to set these out. These sections are Section A, the views, interests and aspirations of you and your child or young person. Section B, your child's or young person's special educational needs. Section C, their health needs related to their SEN or to their disability. Section D contains their social care needs related to their SEN or to their disability. And Section E is their planned outcomes for your child or the young person. Section F has their special educational provision, and provision must be specified for each and every need showed in Section B. Section G has any health provision required that is related to their SEN or to a disability, and Section H is split up into two parts. Section H1 has any social care provision that must be made for your child or young person who's under age 18. And Section H2 has any other social care provision which is required that is related to their SEN or disability. In Section I, you'll find the name or the type of school named in the plan. This is the school that they would attend. And Section J details how any personal budget will support particular outcomes and the provision it will be used for. Section K will have the advice and information gathered during the EHC needs assessment. Where the child or young person is in or beyond Year 9, the EHC plan must also include the provision required by your child or young person to help prepare them for adulthood and for independent living. You can read the full list of what must be included in each section in the SEND Code of Practice in sections 9.62 and 9.63. You can also find a detailed checklist covering each of these sections by visiting www.ipse.org.uk. The law says that parents or the young person has a right to request that a particular school, college or other institution is named in the EHC plan. The local authority must agree to this request unless it would be unsuitable for the age, ability, aptitude or SEN of the child or young person, or the attendance of the child or young person there would be incompatible with the efficient education of others or the efficient use of resources. You can find out more about your rights to request a particular school or college in the SEND Code of Practice under sections 9.78 to 9.90. Your views and your child's views are really important. The local authority, school or college should help you to take part and involve you in decision making. If you would like help to do this, please contact Rotherham SEND Information Advice and Support Service for impartial advice and support. We can also give you information on other sources of help and on what to do if you do not feel that you have been heard or listened to. The local authority must review the EHC plan at least once every 12 months. This must be done in partnership with you and your child or the young person and must take account of your views, wishes and feelings. The local authority must decide whether to keep the plan as it is, make changes or cease to maintain it within 4 weeks of the review meeting. Following decisions, you will have certain rights. You'll find more information about these on our annual review information. For some young people, an EHC plan will continue until they are 25. However, the plan will stop if the young person goes to university, gets a job, tells their local authority they no longer want their EHC plan, or no longer needs special help and the local authority decides that the plan should cease. The local authority is responsible for ensuring that the special educational needs set out in the EHC plan are met and that the special educational provision is made, whatever their funding arrangements or agreements with other service providers. All young people with an EHC plan and all parents of children with an EHC plan can ask for a personal budget. The SEND Code of Practice says a personal budget is an amount of money identified by the local authority to deliver provision set out in an EHC plan where the parent or young person is involved in securing that provision. Sections 9.110 to 9.118 of the SEND Code of Practice tell you more about what can be included in a personal budget. If you plan to move to another local authority area, you should contact the old and the new local authorities, so the support specified in the EHC plan will be in place. The new local authority that you are moving to will amend the plan and name the new school or college. The old local authority must transfer the EHC plan on the day of the move, as long as it has had 15 working days' notice. You can read about education, health and care plans in Chapter 9 of the SEND Code of Practice. The local offer tells you about the local arrangements for special educational provision, including EHC plans. Rotherham SENDIASS offers information, advice and support to explain the process and to help you to take part in EHC plan needs assessments. It offers advice and support about EHC plans and information, advice and support to help you take part in reviews of EHC plans. We can also support to help you to find out more about the funding and provision for SEND made for your child. Information, advice and support about personal budgets if your child has an education, health and care plan, and information about other organisations, support groups and information services that may be of help. We also offer information, advice and support about your rights to make a complaint, seek independent disagreement resolution or mediation, and appeal to the SEND Tribunal. Remember, you can find more information on the Rotherham SENDIASS website or by looking on Rotherham SEND Local Offer.